Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fandango Friday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana rum reviews, so that kind of lets you know where I'm going. Elbow 88 is in Florida with Elbow 88 channel.
Cheers.
Now, I'll pour this real fast just to show you what it looks like, but that's not going to be much to show because, you know, these clear rums, they're like water. Oh, it spilled a little bit. I have to clean that up. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna have to go get a towel. So it's clear like water. But sorry. Be right back. This was not so good.
Yeah, you always got to be careful with liquids around computers. I'm sure there's some computers that have gotten damage from liquors or
Yeah,
liquids.
these built-in pourers, they're nice, but in a way it's bad because it comes out too fast.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
tip it and it flows out like mad. Old Mr. Pied.
Okay. Good evening.
Oh, Marla Pied, right. Okay, sorry.
Jeez.
I'm kind of
You're
deaf.
a teacher. So nice skin.
All right. I've got an on the rocks product.
Woo! I'm gonna keep some people away from this channel with that look.
Yeah.
Hello, Elbow. How are you?
Doing good there, Dave. Cheers, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Happy Friday to you, brother.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Here we are.
Made it another week.
Yeah.
All right, let me try to update everything on the banners. Had to clean up my little mess there. So we've got what I have is called Winn-Dixie Light Rum. Winn-Dixie Light Rum at 40%. And Elbow has.
I've got an on the rocks ready-made drink. It's a jalapeno pineapple margarita. I've actually got the regular margarita here as well. But I thought I would do the small one. I've had these before, and I like the spiciness. It's 20% ABV. There it is.
Yeah. I watched a long interview with the guys that founded that company, and they talked about how it was designed to be served on airplanes.
Yeah.
Right when it came out was when COVID-19 started. So it just like wrecked their whole program, and they had to end up selling their operations to Beam Suntory because they just were like bankrupt. You know, there was no business, no one was flying.
So you put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Anyway, I've got my margarita glass here ready to go, already salted the rim. And it's a little
rocked up.
My cactus. So usually you would put this, make a margarita in a shaker and just not have it on the rocks. But with this type of setup and the pre-made drink, I just put it on the rocks here for now. It's easier.
Please educate Jay on a margarita.
I know. I'm gonna drink a real one day.
Negative.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a margarita is basically tequila, triple sec, or Cointreau, whichever you want to use, and then some lime juice, and then just shake it up.
And no malt beverage, right? No malt beverage.
No, it's basic. Maybe it's a tequila drink. So anyway, we'll give it a taste here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're going to come back and look at the website and examine it and everything.
Oh, hey, How are y'all doing tonight? Happy Friday. We made it, kids. So tonight we're looking at Old Elk Weeded bourbon.
Okay.
This was a house pick that I got at our local discount area. These are supposedly better than the regular ones. So we'll see. This is rocking in at 111.1 proof. This is bottled and distilled by Old Elk Distillery, Fort Collins, Colorado. Then it also says at the bottom, distilled in Indiana. So I'm confused. How is it bottled and distilled in Colorado, but then distilled in Indiana? Is that
Wait, okay. I'm going to try to help you with that.
Do we go into the time warp for this?
Show that again. All the way to the screen. Let's see. Let me look at that. Let me examine this. Bottled by. Oh yeah, well that makes sense. Okay, so they produce it in Indiana, then they ship it to Colorado where they put it in a bottle.
Interesting. So the whole advertisement and prologue on this might be a lie.
Well, it's developed by the Colorado people, but it's produced in Indiana at Midwest Grain Products. Oh boy.
Interesting. So yeah, this one gets a lot of fanfare. I did open a bottle of this at a men's meeting one time to let everyone taste it, and it was gone quick, like in 30 minutes. Had about 20 guys on it, boom, gone. So I've tasted it. It's quite pleasurable. It's decent. So.
All right, we're going to come back and look at it, examine the website and everything.
You know, it's really strange. Look at the alcohol content. 55.55, 1111.1. Isn't that kind of strange?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really. They really sit there and just like measure the gravity out till they get to a certain point, and then they kill it with ice or something. I don't understand.
I think so.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I got someone at my door.
Naturally. People only come to my house when I'm doing something.
Yeah.
If I'm not busy, I'll get nobody. If I start doing something, here they come. Here comes the phone ringing. Okay, well, I got the websites ready to roll, so that'll work out. All right, and if anybody else wants to join in, folks. Okay, so I poured it, and I made a little spill, but thankfully I cleaned it up pretty fast. Like I said, these built-in pours, they're nice because it makes it flow so evenly, but I lose track of it. It comes blowing out the bottom.
Y'all know about Timo? Timo? Yeah. It's kind of a discount delivery service to Amazon. And a lot of times they offer products more affordable than Amazon. It's called Timo, Temu, Temu.
Temu. No, I'm not familiar with that, but okay.
Yeah, a lot of times what they do is they'll just take and they'll use Amazon as like you do with Total Wine, as like an encyclopedia, and they'll find the product and they'll cross-reference it over to Temu, and if it's cheaper on Temu, then they order it on there. It's kind of like what you do at Walmart.
Right. Cross reference. Here's Winn-Dixie's rum selection, but I'm not doing all of these. I'm doing the one that's sold only at Winn-Dixie, which if you click, you got a gold and a silver. So I'm doing the silver. And it's called Winn-Dixie Light Rum. And it's not light in body. It's more like light in color, meaning clear. You have to go in this. Oh, and look at the price, $12.99. I think I might have paid the same, but I think I paid $13.99. It tells you a little bit on the bottle about the product. I'm not going to keep showing this because not much to show, but it is in stock. So if we look at the bottle, it says light rum, distilled in the Caribbean, distilled rum imported, and then it says Winn-Dixie Liquors imported from the Caribbean islands. So this is coming from some Caribbean island, and it's imported, so it's not Puerto Rico or the Virgin Islands, because in that case it would be not imported because it's a U.S. territory. It says distributed by Winn-Dixie Stores, Jacksonville, Florida, light rum, bottled by Wide World Importers of Frankfort, Kentucky, and that's Buffalo Trace Distillery. So
does Buffalo Trace own any kind of distillers around that area that might contribute to this product?
I don't think Sazerac owns any Caribbean distilleries, so I think it's all contracted because
You mean partnered?
Partnered, whatever terminology you want to
Sounds
use.
like a better perspective rather than contracted. Contracted sounds kind of like sketch. Partnered sounds better.
Okay, it's collaborated.
I didn't say collaborated, you did.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Dominican Republic or Trinidad. Now it's clear, and the aroma is.
So why would you guess those two countries as opposed to someone else?
Could be Barbados. Well, because they do a lot of rum production in the Dominican Republic, Trinidad, and Barbados, but also in the British Virgin Islands. But I don't think that distillery in the British Virgin Islands is big enough to do massive production. Oh yeah, I forgot about Jamaica. Where's my mind? Could be Jamaica.
I was wondering too. You were going all over the place except hitting the point on the head.
Right. Yeah, Jamaica is probably the best answer. Or it could be the Bahamas. Could be the Bahamas. But that's not the Caribbean. That's the Atlantic. It smells like cane sugar. It smells like grass. You know, these things smell like grass because cane is like a grass, and it's a little choppy on the nose. Taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so you get the sugar, medium body, get the grass stalks, semi-sweet finish.
Wait, you could taste grass stalks in this?
Some of these do
Grass.
give you that.
Is that like St. Augustine grass, or is it another form of grass? Because the only grass we have around here is St. Augustine.
No, I mean, I'm talking about the sugar cane. Sugar cane is a type of grass. It is a.
But you said grass stalk, so I'm just trying to is it grass like,
like if you were tasting grass, yeah, and which is like a bitterness in a way. In a way, I don't think anybody's going to Winn-Dixie and buying this for $12.99 to sip it neat at room temperature. I think they're buying this to at least at a minimum add ice and most likely making
mix
pina coladas and stuff. And hey, no problem. Rum and Coke. Oh no, maybe it's rum and Czech cola. It tastes pretty good though. Honestly, I think they do a good job with it. So I think if you're looking to buy an inexpensive rum, this could be your best bet because it's very cheap and it tastes pretty nice. So, and a lot of these rums are, like you said, sketch. You taste them and you're like, oh, I see why it's so cheap. Yikes! But this one is not one of those scary ones.
Have you had a scary one?
I got a couple that are on the borderline of scary.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful sunset. Pink.
All right, I'm enjoying my jalapeno pineapple margarita. the perfect blend of sweet and heat is what they say here.
Sounds great.
Yeah, this it adds I've got the regular margarita here as well, the bigger bottle, and that's just a regular margarita made with Hornitos tequila. But for this one, they use a different tequila.
One second, guys. I'm
Trade Generations, or I'm not sure how
Three,
you say
yeah,
it.
three generations.
So anyway, it's a sweet and spicy margarita crafted with Trade Generations tequila and triple sec. The perfect drink for those who learn to love all of the things spicy. The jalapeno pineapple margarita. It's a combination.
Sorry about that. I had to go ahead and I'm sorry, Elbow. Go ahead.
Yeah, there it is. Triple sec tequila, and they add a little pineapple somehow. And
does it say what tequila's in it? Hornitos. I see it on the side of the bottle.
no. This one is Trade Generations.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know why they use two different tequilas for the same brand, but anyway, on the rocks, like Ron was saying, they've been around a while. I guess they first started right around COVID time. So yeah, they ended up becoming part of Suntory. So, but they're still out there. They're widely available. There's been some other RTD, ready to drink manufacturers that have come and gone. But these guys on the rocks, I've had several of these, and this has always been one of my favorites, the jalapeno pineapple margarita.
Sounds like a really great.
This is the small bottle. It's only 200 milliliters. I usually get the 375 size. I think you can get the 375 size, around 10, 12 bucks or so, or no, maybe 12 to 15. I haven't got the price on them lately. But anyway.
Yeah, the 750 will run you about $20, I think.
Yeah. But you get about, on this size here, usually get about 3 drinks out of it. So, I mean, you're paying for the convenience. I mean, I oftentimes in the summer, I'll make my own margaritas if I'm in the mood. But if you feel like just having something quick that also tastes good, I would suggest try these On the Rocks brand, because I've found that they've been pretty good.
And I noticed, Elbow, it says last year it won the San Francisco World Spirits Competition double gold in the ready to drink competition. Double gold. Double gold means that not only was it fantastic, it was the best in the class.
Cool. There's a number of those different competitions, and I'm not even sure which ones are the most reliable. Or because you see a lot of different bottles with different awards, and you wonder, is that one of the reputable ones, or is that one some of their own marketing? But
usually San Francisco. Usually the San Francisco is really well known. That's a really big.
Okay. Yeah. I would tend to agree with that myself, or at least pay attention to it. But anyway. It's tasty, and I went ahead. I put a little. I got some salt on the rim, but I got 2 different kinds. The dark salt in the front is agave worm salt, and then the regular salt on the back is just regular salt.
What is agave worm salt?
All right, I'll show that to you, because I just got this jar. And it's something they oftentimes in Mexico, when they're drinking mezcal, they'll have like some fruit, usually an orange, slices of oranges, and they'll sprinkle this agave worm salt on it. And what it is, it's the agave worm larvae. They gather those up, and I guess somehow they roast them. And then they have peppers as well, roasted peppers, and then sea salt. So this is it. This is the jar here. It's sal gusano, agave worm salt there.
Elbow, that sounds disgustingly delicious.
Well, I was
Just from the
I
aspect
liked
of
it.
the worm.
Yeah, I was surprised. I figured, well, I'll give it a try. I ordered it
Right.
on Amazon, and it's tasty. I mean, it's not super salty because with the mixture of those other ingredients, the salt is mitigated a little bit, but it's still it's really tasty. So if you have a chance to try it somewhere, don't be afraid. It's just a salty.
Agave worm salt. Okay.
Yeah. There it is.
So that is specifically designed for margaritas, correct?
Yeah, or mezcal. If you can
Yeah.
put it on a orange slice. I
If
was
you
doing
do
that the other
like
day.
shots, you could do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
And yeah. Okay.
Hey, Elbow, I was looking at the Tres Generaciones website,
Yeah.
and it turns out that the generations are the Salsa family, Sauza, Salsa. So it's the same people that make Salsa, tequila, and Hornitos. Okay.
Claude,
Okay, I see.
I'm not even
I
gonna
got
like respond to that. That's just like ridiculous.
So
Okay.
Salsa,
Do you want to score on this now, or
we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Give
Fair enough.
you time to sip on it, think about it a little bit.
Okay, tonight we're looking at Old Elk Wheated. This is also a store pick, and story behind store picks that they're supposed to be better, or they send like 2, 3, 4, whatever samples to the store owners, and they choose which one they think is correct, either by their own palate or someone else's palate they trust. This one's coming in at 55.5% alcohol, which to me is kind of strange. What's with the 55.5? We're looking at the distiller here, Greg. He's a tough-looking guy. Looks like an old biker or something. He's all bowed out and all that. He's proud of his product. So we're going to go ahead and pour a little bit of this. The color is super great amber.
Icons of Whiskey Awards.
Yeah, this also, Elba, this also got the double gold in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Cool. It's a typical dark amber color. Great alcohol legs, as you can see on the glass.
Yeah.
So the beloved wheated whiskey that everyone loves is Weller.
Yeah.
Including myself. The smell on this, it's very neutral.
All right, there's the mash bill.
That's the straight bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Can you pull up the wheated?
Yeah.
Since we can look at the product that we're examining tonight.
Yeah, I was confused about the website.
So what wheat does to whiskey, it actually makes it softer. So it pulls down any astringencies and it makes it kind of palatable. So it says the tasting notes is toffee, vanilla ice cream, caramel. Yeah, whatever. I mean, if you want to search, you can search. So I'm going to go ahead and taste this.
Cheers. So corn, wheat, and 4% malted barley. All right. From the great state of Indiana.
It's good. I mean, you can taste it's almost like which is really strange to me. It almost has a slight creme brulee. Where you get that toasted sugar that goes along the almond flavor.
Now, this is not the same one you're doing though, because this is only 92 proof and you got 111.1.
Yeah, this is also a store pick. So, I mean,
Yeah.
who knows what's been elevated for this one? It does say weeded bourbon on. Does that say weeded bourbon?
This one says straight wheat whiskey and this one says weeded bourbon.
You need to find weeded bourbon.
Yeah, weeded bourbon.
So weeded bourbon would be the closest what they have to the store pick that I have.
Can you give me a little background on store picks? Does that mean the store is giving you a discount on that?
No, what it is that a distiller would take 4 or 5 single barrels and they would send it out and they'd say, okay, which one of these would you like to taste or to sell with your name on it? And so they either taste it themselves or they have somebody that's a taster that taste those, and they agree along the lines of saying, okay, well, this is the one we want to put our name on. I've gotten several of the store picks and they're really, really good. A lot of times.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, because I guess somebody is picking that out in ahead of time for their show.
Yeah, think of it like getting a single barrel at a regular price, because basically that's what they are. They'll either take a single barrel or they'll take a few mixed and they'll send it out and say, okay, well, this is what we think about this, think about that. If you look at a big company like Jack Daniels, they have thousands of barrels, okay? And they'll take all those barrels and they'll mix them together because they want Jack Daniels to all taste like Jack Daniels. Every time you get a bottle of Jack Daniels, it's going to taste like Jack Daniels. Small distilleries don't do that. They'll have single barrels. They'll have a couple of barrels where they have like small batch. And so everything kind of tastes a little different. Buffalo Trace's flagship is like that. Buffalo Trace is that they'll mix different whiskeys along their lines to make Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
So that's why you get a Buffalo Trace that tastes different than the last bottle of Buffalo Trace you got.
And the store pick, they'll put the store's name on the bottle and they'll send it to the store and they can charge. And it's like a specialty. People collect them and say, oh, I bought. And we have convenience stores in Louisiana that sell liquor. So you'll have Star liquor store picks or River Ridge discount store picks. And and it's only selected for that store. Now, it may not be that different from the regular.
Let's get back to my whiskey tasting, please. This one's got a really good flavor profile. It's almost like a cross between a praline and but not so much sweet that you get from a praline candy.
Yeah, not so sugary.
Thank you.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Good. Go away so I can finish my review. Thank you. So yeah, there's almost like an underlying tone of praline on this, creme brulee. The flavor profile it's sweet, but it's so even. And I think it's the wheat in this that kind of pulls everything out and brings it back. This is fantastic. I mean, if this was created whiskey, it created a really good whiskey.
I like the bottle too. It looks heavy in the bottom, big square.
Yeah, kind of like the Johnny Walkers. Got the big and it's got this cap on it. I don't know if you notice. It's almost like an elk cutted antler.
I see. Yeah,
and a real cork too.
Nice.
Yeah, the bottle's embossed with a couple of stars on it. Yeah, it's really good. If you go to look this one down anywhere, it's $80, $90 a bottle. Of course, in our area we get discounts, so I did to get this one at a discounted rate. It's delicious.
Cool.
Like I said, I opened it up at a men's organization I was at, and It went away in 20 minutes, and everybody was coming up to me saying, "That's really good. That's really good. That's really good." Like nobody said it. It wasn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you see one of these, pick it up.
Yeah. I
You know,
would. You know, I like
one of
Maker's
those
Mark.
that I would say is really, really, really good. And we'll probably do a 2-hour review on this when somebody's prostate is working correctly. I don't know what's happening.
Well, I just had to use the bathroom.
Everything's okay?
Oh yeah. Now it is. It is now. Oh,
Sure. Do we need to call 911?
Old Elk. Old Elk is really popular at my local store, Mathern's.
And how much does a bottle of this retail for?
I can't remember. I'd have to look it up, but
Okay. Well, thanks for. Can you give us a ballpark on that?
Mathern says Maker's Mark. Yeah, they do have a Maker's Mark store pick. No, I can look it up on their website though.
Okay. And they always add their prices on their website.
They usually have a shop online option. So let's see.
It's not critical.
Yeah, it's probably like about $35, $37, $36.
Oh, you think? Then you need to look it up. I think you're mistaken.
Mathern's Old Elk. Here we go.
Wait, this is $37.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Mathern's Old Elk Weeded Single Barrel. $89.99. Okay.
I told you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he said earlier. When
You said $37. I was like, really?
I don't pay attention. So it is in stock. They do have some.
I'm sure they do at that price.
And then they also have Old Elk Double Weeded, which I don't know what that is. Double wheat, and it's $99.99.
Is that all? Can we get 3?
$10 more. So, all right. So you got a good one.
Yep, I did it. And this one is just weeded. So
for the rum, I did the WD Liquors Winn-Dixie rum, which you would just think it would just be horrible, but and some of their stuff is highly questionable. Like you said, scary. Yeah. I'll let you try some scary scotch if you want to try WD scotch. That's got a scary.
why would I want to lose my vision?
I mean, it's right. It's funny. It's a when you're trying it, you got to laugh, a little bit. But
at some point, the red flags have got to go up about all that stuff that you're trying.
I know.
At some point,
I'm finished with Winn-Dixie.
Danger, Will Robertson.
Will Rogers. But look, but
Roberts, not Rogers.
Okay, I never really watched that show. But anyway,
really,
Will Robinson. Anyway, it's pretty good, and I'm finished with the Winn-Dixie because I didn't go into their vodka. I never did deal with their vodka or their gin because I'm not really much for vodka and gin. Only thing I do with vodka is do those mix-ups on Sunday. So Winn-Dixie light rum, it's nice. I'll go with a B+. I think 8.8 out of 10 is fair, which is a great victory, really, when you think about it for the price. It's really a great product.
What national brand that everyone can get their hands on is recognizable would be comparisons to this one?
Probably something like Castillo rum.
Don't know that one.
Yeah, you can get that.
Maybe Ron Rico or something like that.
Or Ron Rico would be a good example. Ron Rico or Castillo,
Okay.
Yeah. Now, as far as show and tell, I've got this one I bought the other day. It's called Double Yellow Rose. It's from Texas. It's a double IPA, so-called IPA. It's 10% alcohol. It's
I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way you said that.
I know. Anyway,
Yes, it sounds interesting.
I did the first video review for this beer in the world. And so I found this. And Sunday we're going to do porters and stout porter Sunday. So any porter or stout porter Sunday at 10:30 Eastern a.m. That's early. But anyway, and then next Wednesday is Joker's Wild Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of the month. Anything you want to bring, beer, wine, liquor, doesn't matter. Beer, wine, or liquor. And so what the hell?
Still.
Back when Jean-Pierre used to join, he would laugh every time I would bring.
Oh,
Here's-
it's old, man. Come on. Bring another what the hell on.
No, look how much I have. Look how much I have left.
Yeah, still working on it. Will be for a while.
Oh, this thing is tight. Got it. This was from Illinois, and the company sent this to me. Outlaw Light Beer said they're going to send me some beer, but I've been waiting about 2 weeks now.
Outlaw just jerky chain.
But the guy said that he called Mathern's and they were sold out for the whole weekend. They sold all their beer. He said, maybe I'll send you a gift card. I said, that would be the easiest way to do it instead of trying to track down these stores. But anyway, Tamarico is really good if you like mild, sweet, and the sweet heat, that approach sweet heat liquor. Sweet heat is never really that hot. But they did a good job with it. All right, Elbow's finishing up his On the Rocks, introduced 5 years ago.
Yeah, my 200 milliliter bottle got 2 fairly good sized drinks out of it, and this is a fairly good sized glass. But I'm enjoying this, even though here we are, the last day of January. We're still in the winter time, and this is more of a summer drink. Usually a margarita, but since I had it there in the fridge, I thought, well, why not? Let's break it open. And the fact that it has the jalapeno and pineapple accents, I think it makes it even better, than a regular margarita. It's got that little bit of spiciness, a little bit of heat to it. So yeah, I would give this a 92. Out of 100, yeah, it's an A. It's an A drink, and I would buy it again and again. If you're in the mood for a ready-made margarita, I would definitely recommend you try this out for sure. So, yeah, I'll finish that off, and I'll be doing all right tonight. So,
Yeah.
As far as any promos, there it is. Elbow 88 is a channel. I got a channel here where occasionally there'll be live music and also beverage reviews. So want to get them going again. In fact, I finished off a bottle the other night of a beverage, the mezcal. The Ilegal. I emptied that. And then I thought to myself, well, damn, you should do a review on it first. And then
Loaded the keg.
People would watch those reviews.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll get another bottle of it because that's another one that I like and I would repeat buying. But yeah, so I want to bring some of them out as well, and that whole thing, the old YouTube stuff. But anyway, hope everybody out there has a great weekend, and cheers to you.
Cheers.
Can I ask you one quick question?
Yes.
Have you ever tried any of the Tres Generaciones tequilas on their own?
No, I haven't.
And what about Salsa or Hornitos?
In the past, I have probably tried Hornitos because that's pretty available. But no, I haven't tried them lately in this latest spree of mine sampling all things agave. But the Tres Generations, I would give that a try. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Tres Generations means 3 genos. All right, guys.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not hard to pick up. It's a very easy language to pick up on. Yeah, this is a beautiful whiskey. It's just there's absolutely no strategies going on with this. It's not too sweet. It is sweet. The flavor profile is just delicious. Just a slight pecan candiness coming on with this. There's some vanilla. It's really, really good. I'll give this a 97.5 out of 100.
So 98.
97.5 out of 100. So I'm between 97 and 98.
Yeah, kind of like the proof.
So you figure it out, Teach.
Right.
I'm 97.5.
I got it.
Teach.
All the fives there in your proof.
Yeah.
So
That's
you're
right. Yeah, I thought-
97.
Oh, yeah, right. There's a whole lot of fives going
Oh
on.
yeah,
So
right. You got to follow the theme. I get it. You're
Right.
trying to follow the theme.
Bingo.
I'd like to
So-
go to this distillery in Indiana because this distillery in Indiana is putting out all this product. I'd like to go see it.
Wow, look at all them tanks.
It's huge, you know.
I guess.
Mr. P.
Oh, it's huge. Don't worry. Let me see if I can get another photo of it. It's one of the oldest distilleries in the United States. Now I don't know if they get.
The Seagram's name is still there at the top.
I know. I noticed that too. It's probably so expensive to
take it down. I mean, it's just, yeah, I wouldn't take it down. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
And a lot of Seagram's products are still made there, but it is owned by MGP now. They bought it, but it's right there.
Who owns it? As long as they're pulling out good product, who cares?
True. And it's right there close to the Ohio River. So it's right there by Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky, right where those 3 states come together. So,
Man, you mean I was right there last year and I could have went and saw it, but you didn't say, hey, it's right there?
well, like I said, I don't know if they give tours. They might. Yeah. Be nice to go check it out. It's huge.
Yeah.
Even the Bacardi, when I went to Bacardi 2 weeks ago, Bacardi wasn't that big. No way. Bacardi was big, but nothing like this. Nope. All right. Now, any show and tell or promos?
From what? Well, I did run across this in the grocery store the other day, and I figured I'd pick it up.
Josh. I see that.
I don't know much about wines, but I to me, this is, I don't know. It's just Josh, whatever. I mean, a lot of people are like, yeah, Josh is good on the yuppie line. So if I got to pick it up, it's a vintage 2022. Doesn't say much.
I didn't know. I didn't know you.
J scripted on there. J. Whoosh.
I didn't know you drank wine there, Dave.
He's not much of one.
I don't. I pick it up for company.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So I want to make sure I have something decent for company. You know, if company comes over and says, "I don't like beer or whiskey," and I'm like, "Hey, I got a wine."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You're
So
covered.
I'm trying to be cordial. I did drink wine when I was a yuppie back in the 90s. When I was
Okay.
living in Jacksonville, Florida.
So you don't think your guests would probably appreciate like Wild Irish Rose or MD 2020?
Well, I don't know. It depends on their personal preference. But back in high school, we had what was that brand?
Night Train Express.
No,
Boone's Farm.
we would Boone's Farm. Boone's Farm.
Yeah,
Strawberry,
man, I've had that.
Strawberry Hill for the girls, MD 2020 for the guys. And we go out to the lakefront. So Josh says, I created my wines as a tribute to my dad, Josh. He's always in my mind. Well, that's great. I'm not saying that in a kind of a sarcastic way at all. But it says it's a round and juicy Cabernet Sauvignon. Has flavors of blackberry, toasted hazelnut, and cinnamon. You know what? I have never tasted cinnamon in wine. Just haven't. I don't know. When I was drinking wine, I'd like Argentinian wines and Chileans, occasional really great one from Spain or
Portugal.
well, anything outside of the United States. To me, most of the ones in the United States are contaminated.
All right. Well, there you go, Josh.
Portugal wines. Well, I mean, I guess, but
Italy, they've been known to make wine in Italy.
yeah, I know that.
What is that? What are you drinking?
A beer.
It's kind of brown looking.
It's red.
Oh, it must be George Killian's Irish Red Lager.
No, it's not.
Newcastle Brown.
No. It's a red IPA.
Uh-oh. Well, folks,
It's almost gone, too.
thanks for joining, and it was fun. Maybe one day Jean will return, but we've had a lot of people over the years not ever come back, but they said they would.
Don't ever beg anyone
I'm not begging him,
to do something.
not begging anybody. I'm just saying maybe he'll one day return.
He's got something going on in his life. Let the man get through that. When the man's ready, the man will return.
Yeah.
The man reviews.
Oh, I
You
think
gotta
he's having a
respect
good
what's going
time. I
on.
think he's having a good time mostly. But
Then he's having a good time.
yeah,
He's got to love him like a brother. And that's just the way it is.
right. And if you want to come tomorrow and try a couple of beers, come on over.
Begging. Oh,
All right.
sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Talking
folks, have a nice, safe evening, and have a good weekend. Because the next day is a different month. Tomorrow starts February, and 2025 is already flying through. We're already flying through 2025.
Yeah.
Seemed like it just started the other day.
Yeah.
But
Because you're getting old. I hear most old people say these words.
yeah, I'm not getting younger. That's for sure. All right. Well, bye-bye, everybody.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
See
All right,
ya.
Elbow. Good to see you again.